thank you for joining me. Currently, I am tracking Hurricane Ian. Ian right now is a Category 1 hurricane that is about to make landfall in around the Melbourne and Port St. Lucie area. The western eye wall has already come ashore at Port St. Lucie. Sorry, not Port St. Lucie. Yes, the southwestern eye wall is now coming ashore Port St. Lucie. Vero Beach is now getting the western eye wall. Vero Beach is now getting the western eye wall, with South Beach getting also in the eye wall now. We are now getting very strong winds coming in. With the strongest winds, believe it or not, now approaching Cape Canaveral. Cape Canaveral are now seeing very strong hurricane force winds. Melbourne, Florida is still seeing 60 to 70 mile an hour winds. It's a long duration storm. This is a continuing situation for Florida right now. The eye wall is now approaching Fort Pierce, Indian River shores, and Vero Beach is now in the eye wall, with the northern eye wall is now approaching Melbourne. Melbourne will be in the eye wall shortly, but it's not going to be any better once you're in it's not going to be much worse than it is now, but it might get a little worse. I mean, right now, there's a lot of coastal flooding right now. Yep. This is right now, current status. You know, that's nice, the moon being in between the core bands. That's awesome. Look at that clear skies. You can actually see blue skies in there. That's the thing. Sounds like a helicopter. Oh, it's the gate. All right, guys. That's very surprising that in Vero Beach, just before the eye wall came in, they had so much clear skies. insanity. Yep, and that's where that clear sky came out. Boom, right in between those bands. So yeah, a lot of dry air. As I said, this storm has a lot of dry air. See how there's little breaks in the clouds? It doesn't really look like a hurricane. It just looks like a major coastal storm, honestly. If this was in the Northeast, I would think this was a coastal storm, not a hurricane, or even... This looks like a tropical system that is losing its tropical characteristics. It doesn't really look like a hurricane. You don't see that CDO. You really don't have that central dense overcast. The only reason it's so strong is its wind, and it's very symmetrical, but it has a lot of dry air, like a lot of dry air. Coastal flooding is terrible in the storm, though. Really bad coastal flooding. This is kind of like Sandy. A lot of wind, some rain, but it's mostly a coastal flooding, a storm surge threat. This is really coastal flooding threat. I mean, look at those offshore winds. Yep. Cocoa Beach, Cape Canaveral, those are the winds I'm talking about. Cape Canaveral is going to have a lot of cleanup. This system formed because of a cold core low. Saturday is going to be 69 for a high, 69 in New York City. So, but right now we need to focus on the east coast of Florida. You're just going to have a lot of wind damage, a lot of coastal flooding. We can see some of the scenes that we saw from Sandy repeat themselves in the Florida east coast. This storm could be up to $20-30 billion in damage because of all the coastal damage. The only saving grace is this storm is heading during low tide. That's the only saving grace. But we are having a full moon, which means the storm still had a significant impact during multiple high tide cycles. And the reason the wind field is so wide is because it started as a subtropical system. Anyway, I mean, look at how it's... Yeah, and I think they're right to issue hurricane warnings up there. Honestly, I think tropical storm warnings should have been issued up to here. That's just me. You're almost getting tropical storm conditions up to the mid-Atlantic coastline. But this is now a tropical system. I mean, you do see that warm core. So it is tropical. It's definitely a tropical system. So let's go to the Storm Prediction Center outlook. Day 2. Day 3. All right. Right now, if you live in Vero Beach, I will be. Right now, if you are from Port St. Lucie northward, Port St. Lucie is now in the eye, guys. In the eye. They're now getting northwest winds turning to west now. The winds are now shifting to the west in Port St. Lucie. If you're in Port Salerno, you're getting west winds right now. The eye is now coming ashore. I'm looking at radar, and the eye of circulation, the very center of the storm, is about to come ashore, guys. We got maybe less than an hour and a half, 2 hours until landfall. It's moving really quickly. The eye is only 20 miles away, and the speed it's going at, center of the eye, is like maybe an hour, not even away from landfall. I mean, this looks pretty potent. It is moving actually west-northwest. Looks like Vero Beach South may be where the eye comes ashore. Between Vero Beach and Sebastian Inlet. Vero Beach and Sebastian. So that would put Melbourne, Florida in this persistent eye wall. And the winds will actually shift to the east and southeast, which means Melbourne might not get offshore winds until after the storm moves away. Satellite Beach, Melbourne, South Patrick Shores, Indian Harbor Beach. All these areas will have catastrophic impacts. That's why I was so worried about Cape Canaveral. Cape Canaveral, I'm very worried about Cape Canaveral. I'm even worried about Barefoot Bay because they are getting east wind still. Palm Bay, Melbourne area. Melbourne Beach is going to have catastrophic impacts. Well, significant impacts. Many homes are going to have significant structural damage, especially the homes along the beachfront. Beaches will have horrible beach erosion. These dunes are going to suffer significant damage. Some of these dunes were actually put in an attempt to stave off future storms. And they're going to do their job. They're going to protect the homes along the beach. But I don't think there'll be enough. I think there'll still be overtopping of the dunes. And a lot of homes are going to suffer damage. And these dunes may have to be replenished again after the storm. This could be the worst beach erosion event for Florida in decades. It might even be worse than Charlie and Gene, because this storm is just such a big system that's going to impact such a large area. I mean, this system is impacting not just Central and South Florida, but Northern Florida, Georgia, even South Carolina is being impacted by this storm. There's beach erosion. Let's go to the weather advisories. Let's look here. These are high wind warnings, which I honestly think these should be tropical storm warnings here, not high wind warnings, because this is a tropical system. That's a storm surge warning. Three to 5 feet. You know, Tampa actually, this storm might actually have more of an impact for Tampa than it did from Ian if it goes further south. See that little frontal system? That's kind of the frontal system that spawned Nicole. And then this blizzard, this is going to be a blizzard here. Freezing, nah, I think this is going to be a blizzard, guys. We're talking about a bona fide blizzard tonight. I mean, I don't know if that blizzard's going to happen now, but let's see. Looks like it's going to be more for the Dakotas. looks like it's not going to be as bad as it originally impacted, but still, yeah. Freezing rain accumulation, and yep, freezing rain. So let's look at Campi Flegrei. See if anything happened today. What the heck was this? Holy crap! That is a huge earthquake! Oh my god! Oh my god! That is a huge earthquake. That has to be at least a magnitude 6. Lord! Oh my god, that is a massive earthquake. I don't think it's this one, though. It cannot be this one, right? Nah. Magnitude 7. It could be. That could be the earthquake, though. I mean, considering how deep it was at 600 kilometers, I mean, probably a lot of seismos picked that up. 665 kilometers? That is mad deep. That is like, wow, that's like the center of the earth almost. That is super duper duper deep. I think like everyone in the world had to feel that. 3 felt reports? I mean, look at Yellowstone. I mean, a lot of people had to feel that. I mean, that. Mm, mm, mm. Earthquake. Let's see. Earthquake. No. Yellowstone, USGS. Okay, let's see. That's the one. Mm-hmm. Woo! Look at that, guys. We have uplift, and it does not. That could be seasonal, but look. What if that's not related to seasonal stuff? That is impressive. Nah, I mean, we started to have a tiny bit of uplift, but still. Up, down, and then down, down, down. Let it stabilize. Oh, we are starting to have uplift, guys. We are starting to have uplift, and this is not seasonal stuff, guys. Geology Up has got to cover this. I'm going to let them know right now that Yellowstone is having a major period of uplift right now. Oh, come on. Where's the phone? Where's the phone? Okay, guys. I'm going to have to let Geology Hub know this, but there is a major uplift now at Yellowstone. Mm. Mm. 嗯 Let's see the Campiflagre seismos. This happened at 5:48 local time. Bingo, about or 6:08 local time. While the earthquake happened at 9. Aha. When did the earthquake happen? The earthquake happened at 4:51 local time. It should have only taken 30 to 40 minutes for the waves to reach the earth, which means it probably was a local quake. There has to be something that was closer to Italy. There has to be something that was closer. Nope. Could that be the one? Nope. It could be one of these. I mean, not, nope. 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 It's not any of these. I cannot find a quake that would have caused that. I mean, this was a major earthquake. I mean, Stazione says this was at 6:08 local time. How can you look at speed of seismic waves in Earth? Between 1 and 14 kilometers a second. So that could be actually related. 14 kilometers a second. So let's see. Let's not go to by local time. Let's go by GMT time. So these earthquakes happened at Greenwich Mean Time, 4:51 Greenwich Mean Time, 4:51, and this occurred at 6:08 UTC. So roughly took about, so 5:01, so 5:51 would be 1 hour. So this took place. Took a little bit. So 6:08. So about an hour 5 minutes. I think this was it. I think this definitely was it. And then the second wave, 6.8, struck at 4:38, which means there should be a precursor event somewhere in here, but I don't see that precursor event. I don't see that precursor event. I really don't. 608. 608-16. I don't see that precursor event. I mean, I don't. There should be something there, but wow. Ischia is having a lot of volcanic earthquakes. Pop, 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 pop. This is not good. Ischia, I cannot believe I'm saying this, but I'm worried about Ischia. Yeah. .608. Could that be it? No. The precursor event should have been in this area, but it didn't happen. 6:08 local time, 7:08. I mean 7:08 local time, or 6:08. Let's see. That could be it. Yeah, we have some pretty significant uplift in Yellowstone. Okay, that's not showing anything. Nope. Let's look at Yellowstone National Park, Yellowstone Lake. Why is it disappearing? What is going on? Why are all the stations just suddenly... Okay, so there is a little bit of uplift, and it doesn't look like it's seasonal. We had a major period of uplift from 2013 to 2016. Then we had subsidence. Now we're starting to have uplift again. Could there be a deeper cycle related to uplift at Yellowstone? I mean, we did have some swarms. Um, looks like that was the earthquake. I mean, yeah, I think that was it. All right, guys. So let's look at where. Integrations. Oh, look, just like the euro. I mean the NAM. Hour 84. Hour 60. Oh. No, Johnny, it did not make landfall yet. It's about to any second now. It's about to make landfall like basically in the next 10-20 minutes. Oh, wow, 7 viewers. I think he's using his phone. Okay, there comes the eye. It's coming in now. Johnny, it's making landfall. It's about to make landfall right now. Actually, the eye wall just came ashore, but the center of circulation is about to come ashore just around Indian River shores, between Indian River shores and Orchard is about to come ashore. It's coming ashore. Guys, it's about to come ashore. Melbourne is about to get the eye wall, the northern eye wall, Johnny. Vero Beach is already inside the eye. Okay, I'm ending the stream, or I'm going to continue the stream. I'm just going to change the name. Making landfall. Johnny. It's not going over Lake Okeechobee. It's staying north of it. No, I'm not ending the live stream. Oh, hi, Serge. Thank you for joining. Slava Ukraini. Heroyam Slava. Heroyam Slava. All right. It's going pretty far north of Lake Okeechobee. So the center of circulation is actually making landfall here. The center of circulation is coming ashore around the Port St. Lucie area. Lake Okeechobee is to the southwest of even the eye wall. The center of circulation will not pass anywhere near Lake Okeechobee, so it's not going to make the storm stronger. So it's going west-northwest. It looks like the eye will go north of Tampa. The center of circulation, not the eye wall, but the center, is coming ashore around the Wasabo Beach, Windsor, Indian River Shores area. That's where the center of circulation is going to pass over. Melbourne, Florida is getting some very strong winds that are coming in. This is probably as bad as it's going to get, and it might even get worse for Melbourne because they are not going to get the eye. They're going to get the eye wall, and this eye wall will continue to impact them, and then the winds will become southeast, so they will get a continuous offshore wind. And that is a major problem. I'm really concerned about their impacts. I am really concerned about Lake Okeechobee. I mean, not Okeechobee. About the east coast of Florida. Even the west coast of Florida could have some storm surge from that north wind. Like Cape Coral is getting some rain right now. They're getting some gusty winds and rain. But nothing like what the west coast is. I mean, the east coast. The east coast right now is absolutely screwed. I'm looking at the Tampa radar. There's some pretty high tops in that eye wall. Tops about 35,000 feet. So there's definitely some intensity in this eye wall that's coming ashore right now, and it's actually visible on the satellite imagery right now. Hold on, my computer just froze. Damn it. See what the problem is. There's a convection. Southern eye wall, the center of circulation right there. There's Lake Okeechobee there, and there's this eye coming ashore right here. So, as I said, it's far from the eye. Very strong winds coming right now into the Midco Bay area, Indian River shores. Port St. Lucie is now getting an offshore wind. Wow, there's some very strong winds in that just to the north in the eye. We're getting like 90-mile-an-hour winds just above aloft. We're getting like 90 to 95-mile-an-hour winds right now. So basically, at 2,000 feet, we're having hurricane force winds. Even at 1,000 feet, we're getting some low-end hurricane force winds. Yep, we're getting some 85-mile-an-hour winds coming in right now. So Satellite Beach is getting slammed. Satellite Beach just had some a brief period of like hurricane force winds. Yeah. Yep, Satellite Beaches has some hurricane force winds according to the satellite, and there are hurricane force winds that went into Cocoa Beach. Over 65 miles an hour. Cocoa Beach is having very strong winds right now. All right, guys. So I was watching the Weather Channel just now. 66-mile-an-hour gust in Cocoa Beach. 66, and that's not even in the eye wall, guys. That is literally one of those bands that just came through. So they're dealing with a band right now, actually. And now the northern eye wall is passing through Barefoot Bay. Cape Canaveral is dealing with strong winds, about 50, 60 mile an hour winds. Here comes the eye wall winds, guys. This is the right front quadrant coming in. The right front quadrant is heading right towards Melbourne. It's heading right towards Melbourne. Melbourne better prepare for some damaging winds and even worse coastal flooding. The eye is literally about to come in. Oh, Johnny, thank you. Wow, 13. Wow, 11 views. Wow. Guys, right now I'm looking on radar scope, and the eye is now coming ashore. Center of circulation is still about like a few minutes away from landfall. It's literally only 10 miles from, not 8 miles away from coming ashore. Actually, no, 10 miles from coming ashore. Got only, what, 10, 20 minutes? Maybe not even. Yes, it is about to make landfall. The western eye wall has already come ashore. Indian River Shores is now basically in the eye. They're just not in the very center of the eye. Indian River Shores has gone through the eye wall. They're about to get the eastern eye wall in about less than an hour. But maybe in an hour they're going to get, and this is not going to be a calm eye where it's going to be no wind. This is going to be a windy eye. There's going to be strong winds in the eye. Even in the very center of the eye, there is precipitation occurring. And those are not birds. That's precip in the eye. Actually, the radar was wrong. The center of the eye is actually around the St. Lucie area. Because when I'm looking on radar, I'm seeing some precip going eastward. Yeah, the center of the eye is between Port St. Lucie and Florida Ridge. That's actually the northern eye wall coming ashore. That's just pieces of precip. So the very center of the eye is coming ashore around Florida, between Florida Ridge and Port St. Lucie. Fort Pierce. So Fort Pierce is now in the eye. The eye is about to come ashore. Mariana, Florida. Mariana, Florida. Let's go back to the satellite imagery. Let's go back to Twitter. So Mariana, Florida is actually, let's see, Mariana, Florida. Mariana, Florida, at the moment is looking good. They're going to be fine. Oh my god. Okay. Guys, so yeah. So let's look now. I'm going to post on Twitter right now. But yeah, my computer's trying to freeze up. Yep, there we go. Google Chrome not responding. Johnny, my computer froze. Hold on. Come on. Stop freezing on me. What is going on? Oh, that's why. Okay, I just need to close out some windows because my computer's kind of crashing right now. There we go. That should be a little faster. Okay, so let's go to FLWX. Damn. This is insane, guys. Mariana, Florida looks good. Yeah. Oh, I did check Mariana, Florida, but my computer kind of froze. Alrighty. Google that. Come on, don't freeze on me again. Alright, I already checked Mariana, Florida on my phone. That's basically on the panhandle. It's going to be fine. It's going to be west of the eye. It's going to be west of the circulation. Mariana, Florida. Let's see. Mariana, Florida looks good. So the storm will be here. This is where what the storm is going to do. It's basically going to do something like this. The impacts in Mariana will be some gusty winds and rain, but nothing significant. Mariana will be fine. All right, now I'm going to be uploading to Twitter. Wait, oh right, I was supposed to be uploading to Twitter. Okay, so the eye is now coming ashore. Around Fort Florida Ridge. Okay. This is sad. Landfall. Between Fort Pierce and Florida Ridge. currently moving west-northwest. All right, guys. So, if you have any questions, please ask. I am here for you guys. Where are you located, and what do you want to know? St. Lucie. Okay, guys, so here is the satellite imagery that I mean, the radar image that I just uploaded. All right, here is the eye of the storm. If you want to see where the eye is, let me zoom in there. So here's Florida Ridge. This is the eye right here, and it's coming into around Florida Ridge. Melbourne is right here. So Melbourne is now in the eye, guys. We have the eye now in Melbourne, Florida. Melbourne is now in the eye wall. Melbourne, Florida is now almost in the eye wall. It's almost there. It's about to get a lot worse before it gets better, guys, so you better prepare. It's about to get really bad in Melbourne. Melbourne, Florida. It's going to get really, really bad. In Clearwater, light rain and intermittent winds, but nothing wild. Nothing wild yet. Clearwater won't get too bad, but you're going to get some really strong winds tomorrow. Really strong winds in Clearwater tomorrow. It's going to get worse. Johnny, I'm here. I'm here, Johnny. I actually never stepped away from the computer. I was just uploading something to Twitter, so I had I couldn't really multitask. This is what I was trying to upload. Was where the eye was around just north of, it's approaching Vero Beach. The eye's probably going to pass right over Vero Beach. Vero Beach is in the eye, but the center of the eye hasn't really come ashore yet. This is a giant eye. Guys, if you are north of Vero Beach, especially north of Melbourne, okay, so guys, if you are here, if you're like north of Melbourne, evacuate from the coast now. Get away from the water. There's going to be a really bad storm surge from now. It's going to continue and continue and continue. I would get away from any coastal areas. I mean, it's already pretty much too late. But if you can leave, leave. I mean, if you're in Port St. Lucie, you're fine. You're just going to get some really strong winds. You're getting like 40, 60 mile an hour winds right now from the west. But I'm really concerned about Melbourne. So I'm gonna be tweeting right now. I'm gonna make another tweet. Wow. 18 people. Guys, this storm is making landfall now. It is making landfall around Florida Ridge, around Vero Beach. It is making landfall right now in Vero Beach. Vero Beach, Florida is now in the eye. The center of the eye is right now just off the coast. It's about to come ashore between Port St. Lucie and Vero Beach. The center is now coming ashore. But doesn't matter. If you're north of Vero Beach, you will have catastrophic impacts. The eye wall is now coming into the eye wall right now is coming into Melbourne right now. Here we go. I am tweeting this right now. I am tweeting this. Coming Melbourne. Hold on. They will have hurricane force conditions for at least several hours because they will be in the eye wall as the system passes by to their south and southwest. So basically, Melbourne, Florida, and Palm Bay, Melbourne and Satellite Beach, Melbourne, Coca Beach, and Satellite Beach. Major storm surge threat. Major storm surge will occur. Major storm surge danger. Here we go. The eye wall is now coming into Melbourne and Palm Bay. Here we go, guys. It's now coming in. Yeah. You're right. It's not 20? Wow. That's a lot of people. I mean, considering there's a here we go. The center of circulation, I mean, it's trying to intensify now, but it's running into land, and then it's going to basically move west northwest, and then it's going to turn northwest. It's going to skirt the Big Bend area. So if this eye decides to go offshore, there's going to be a good amount of storm surge here. There's going to be some storm surges here, especially down here. This is where the Big Bend is. This is the area I'm really worried about, because you see how it jets out like this? If you get that, you see how the water funnels in like that? You get a bit of a funneling effect that can actually enhance your storm surge, especially if the storm, goes off coast. If it's going to go to your west and go like this, that's good news. You're going to have an offshore wind here, but then you could get some storm surges in here. So the difference is, it's kind of pick your poison. You want storm surges here or storm surges here. But it's probably going to be worse here because that's, you have a really narrow space here. Anyway, right now, Hurricane Ian is now coming ashore. Same winds at 44 in Melbourne. Nice. That's the eye. 241. All right. So Derek Thompson is now in the eye. You can actually see the stars there. It's beautiful. A northward wobble illusion may have been caused by the construction of the eye wall. Oh. Yeah, it's still moving west. Like you could actually see it's kind of moving west-northwest, just like that. Boom, and that's where the eye is. Moving really quick. That's why I was really worried about Melbourne yesterday, and I was right to be worried. All right. Next hours, so I mean next few minutes. It's already made landfall. Wait, it didn't? Oh, right, here we go. Bingo! I just sent a tweet. Alright, guys. Here's the eye making landfall in Melbourne. There's the eye wall. So my concern is, you see how Melbourne's going to get these really strong east winds, and then they're going to get into secondary eye wall. They're basically going to be in the eye wall full time until they go out. So Melbourne will basically have the worst effects. Melbourne, Cape Canaveral, basically anywhere north of the eye will have a really bad effect. It's going to be really bad. So this is basically the Space Coast's worst case scenario for the space shuttle facilities. I mean, this is really bad. This is pretty much a subtropical hurricane, a hurricane with now fully tropical characteristics coming ashore. Impacts are going to be really bad in Melbourne. So I'll tell you where in Melbourne I'm really worried about. Melbourne is a large town. I mean, it's a pretty big city. So here's Melbourne. I'm really worried about Melbourne Beach. I was showing areas along Melbourne Beach. So right here, look how close the water is. Oh man, this area is going to be flooded. There's going to be a lot of damage here. I mean, a lot of these homes are, like this home is probably going to have significant damage. I don't know if it's going to be washed away, but yeah, damage will probably be significant. Yeah, this probably. I mean, yeah, these stairwells are going to be washed away. I mean, this is probably going to be a total loss. A lot of these homes here are all going to be total losses, or will need a lot of work. Yes, it is making landfall. Oh, Oklahoma, that's good. This is Florida. Oh yeah, I am on FLWX right now. Let's look at what's going on right now. What was I talking about? Pat, you see what's going on right now? This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm worried about. And this is probably on the Bay Shore, South Patrick Shore, Florida. Look at what is going on right now. In Melbourne area. So they mentioned an apartment complex. Um, wow. Sandpiper Towers. Oh, now I know where this is. I could have. Come on, Sandpiper Towers. And I was right. So it looks like this is here. So they're basically here. There. Yep, they're underwater. Look at that. And it's only going to get worse from here. This is exactly where I was worried about. Those barrier islands. I said I wouldn't be surprised if it overtops. I might have been a little too extreme with what I said, but yes, this is here. This is where this is occurring. So there's flooding all along these homes here. So I was right. Looks like I was right. All these homes are being flooded out. All of this is being flooded out. Despite all of this, you see how there's all these... This is probably because the beach is kind of small. See, there's someone walking along the beach with a camera. Oh, look, he's carrying a little walking stick or something. Or it looks like he's carrying it on his back. So these apartments are being flooded right now, the basement basically. Check this out, guys. I already know where this is. Wait, this is not St. Patrick Shore, Florida. This is actually, if I'm exact, this is actually Satellite Beach. Wait, isn't this? Yeah, it looks like it's Satellite Beach. Isn't this? Yeah, Google Maps is really confusing sometimes. Guys, so basically I was right about Melbourne. This is just bad. 40 people? Guys, I was right about Melbourne. This is what's going on right now in Melbourne. This is Melbourne, Florida right now. This is what is going on in Melbourne right now. This is as the eye walls coming in. All right, so I'm looking right now on the radar again. Wow, Melbourne is in the eye right now, in the eye wall right now. But the western eye wall is coming. I mean, this thing is really racing. The storm has made landfall. Landfall has occurred, guys. We have landfall now in Vero Beach. Storm has just made landfall. We have landfall. Hurricane Nicole has made landfall. Nicole has made landfall, guys. We have landfall. Guys, we have landfall. Nicole has made landfall with the center of circulation being right over Vero Beach. Vero Beach is now the center of landfall. I just checked it on satellite. The center of circulation has passed over Vero Beach. Wow, I mean, we have landfall, guys. We have landfall. Actually, that's not good. There it is. There is the center of the circulation. There's the center. And there is the eye wall that's currently passing through Melbourne. Now they're going to start getting an even more onshore wind. They're getting north winds. Now they're going to be getting the worst of the winds now from the east. It's going to get worse for Melbourne before it gets better. Satellite Beach is going to get worse. It's only going to get worse. Then they're going to get these south and southeast winds. That's going to bring even more water in. Guys, if you are right now in, this is Satellite Beach, basically. These are Sandpiper Towers. This is northeast of Melbourne. So Sandpiper Towers is in the eye wall right now. They're in the eye wall. Winds right now in this eye wall are basically, yeah, it's getting really bad right now. The right front quadrant is about to come into Melbourne, Satellite Beach. I think the worst impacted areas will probably be Satellite Beach because they're gonna get Melbourne itself will actually be north of the eye. There's a lot of debris in this system. I mean, there's so much debris that is actually showing up on. There's so much wind. I mean, there's just so much rain in this storm and wind. The eye has come ashore in Vero Beach. We just have landfall, guys. Vero Beach, Florida is where the point of impact has been made. Oh no! Gal Costa died. She was the voice of Brazilian Tropicalia movement against dictatorship. Anyway, Hurricane Nicole has made landfall at Vero Beach. Just a few minutes ago. The center of circulation. The center of circulation of. Yep. Oops. Oh yeah, I just needed to tweet this to National Hurricane Center. You almost headbutted. Oh! Wow. Okay, guys. Alrighty, guys. Oh, of course, satellite imagery coming right up. It's not going to show where the center of circulation is on, because that's why I was showing radar. But here it is, guys. It does look pretty disorganized. I mean, it doesn't look like a hurricane if you're honest with me. If I'm going to be honest with you guys, this really looks like a tropical storm. I would probably think this is a 60, 65 mile an hour tropical storm, or a hurricane that's basically becoming extratropical. You know, it does have outflow. It does have some good convection. I mean, I would if I was using my better judgment, I would think this is probably a mid-end tropical storm. The only reason I would think it's anything else but is because of how fast clouds are moving. Keep in mind, this started out as a subtropical storm. It still isn't that full tropical, CDO. You don't have that central dense overcast. That's even worse because it's so big. You're having strong tropical storm force winds even here. I mean, look how fast clouds are moving here. Like, let me slow down the loop just a little bit. I mean, look how fast the clouds are moving. Like right here. I mean, just look how they're just zipping by. That's all strong winds. You're even having strong winds here. Like in New York City right now, wind gusts right now. All right, guys, let's look at the euro, see if anything's changed. I'm kind of hoping for a snowstorm, but whoa, that is a oh wow. All right. All right. So let's look at the satellite imagery again. All right. 11 likes. I don't know how many people are joining me right now. So again, let's look back at Twitter. See if we get any more videos coming in. Please tweet if you're looking. Oh, there's the eye. Yep, that looks pretty correct.
It's my birthday.
That's really scary. All right, guys. Let's go back to Florida weather. I was just kind of on. Yep, there we go. Vero Beach. Dead calm. Wow. Dead calm. You hear that? Dead calm. Vero Beach is in the eye, just as I stated.
Where we are here in Melbourne Beach, but we're getting to the strongest part of the storm, that inner eye wall, and that's where those hurricane force winds.
So, as you check, there's dead calm in Melbourne right now. Dead calm. Dead calm in, oh, sorry, Vero Beach. So we have dead calm in Vero Beach. I'm now changing the title. Has made landfall coverage. Bingo. Here we go. Just change the title. So Hurricane Nicole has made landfall, guys. We now have landfall of Hurricane Nicole. 981 millibars. Yep. Wait. Of course. Of course. Ah. Reed Timmer, guys. We're going to be watching Reed Timmer.
If you shop on Amazon, you should use this tool. It's a browser extension that automatically some of my old areas here.
Despite the National Weather Service predicting that Nicole would have been a tropical storm before landfall, I knew otherwise. So he's in Melbourne.
Of Hurricane Nicole, Category 1 hurricane.
Well, power just went out.
Coming through Melbourne Beach right now. Yeah, well, now. Coming in pretty good here. Definitely north of it. Between the buildings, easterlies coming off the ocean.
Look at that. No, lose power there pretty crazy.
Oh yeah.
Nah, that was a wiper.
Headed up towards Satellite Beach now.
Okay, let's look at the all right, so dead calm Vero Beach in the eye. So he's basically penetrating the eye wall. Whoa, tornado chances right in Iowa City. Damn it. Just south of Vero Beach, Maxim. Wow. Yeah, it might even be worse because he's gonna be in the right front quadrant. Someone on Facebook posted my kids as their kids. Yeah, that happens.
Own every mile at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Hurry in to get our best deals of the season. Get in and get away.
Alrighty, guys, we now have landfall. Right as where, wow, 52 mile an hour gusts in Jacksonville. Wait. Yep, and this is where landfall occurred. Landfall occurred right around here. Oh, here. Brr, that's gonna be cold. Cold, 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 cold. Mm-hmm. Then who liked me? Said somebody sent me a like. Maybe it was one of those two. Mm. Clearly, it was one of them that liked me, because otherwise it would have.
Oh, there he is again.
All right, guys. So let's look at Twitter. Latest North Hutchinson Island. 3 a.m. Wow. Only the second November hurricane to hit the Florida Peninsula since records began in 1851 and the latest Atlantic coast hurricane on record. Yep, that's definitely climate change. Yep. We need to do more to combat climate change.
Headed out toward Cocoa Beach.
Cocoa Beach. Okay, guys.
Still kind of in the inner eye wall right now. Northern edge of it. You want to get some of these palm trees blowing. CBD, American Shaman. Going back into it a little bit here.
I'm back. I had technical issues. All right. I'm back, guys.
Figure some things out here. It's definitely time to go after the tornadoes.
All right, I'm back. So we had landfall. Look at it. Wow. Power flashes, arcing. This is crazy. And then big power flash there. So that's just arcing. And boom, transformer explosion right there. Guys, we are now dealing with a Category 1 hurricane that just came ashore. The center of circulation right now, the very center of the eye, has just went through Vero Lake Estates. Just south of Vero Lake Estates, or Vero Beach, Vero Beach. Sebastian is on the north side of the circulation, but it's inside. It's in the eye, but on the northern part of the eye. The very center of circulation, is just southwest of Vero Lake Estates, moving west-northwest. Well, it's actually moving northwest right now, west-northwest. Tampa is currently getting some gusty winds and heavy rain right now. Winds in Tampa around 30 to 40 miles an hour. So let's look at the models right now. Let's look at the NAM. So here's Hurricane Nicole making landfall. Oh wow. Okay, it looks like that worst case scenario track may actually occur. In Atlantic. Back of the eye wall. I mean eye wall, but yes.
Gotta figure out my next plan. I'm thinking about going after the tornadoes here relatively soon. I may just punch into the eye here also. Get that stagnant eye shot. Satellite Beach. Getting into the calm eye here now. Look at this.
So yeah, I know. All right, so Reed right now is on the north side of the eye wall. He's driving south to trying to get into the eye, but the eye already passed him to the south. It's moving northwest. Yeah. Oh. So yeah, Reed needs to go west. There's actually a 2% tornado risk for just south of New York City.
Here comes the big eye wall too. Easterly's right off the ocean. Watch out for that renegade pickup truck out here too. Oh, there's a power flash. Seems like this center eye wall is pretty intense. Relatively. Oh, it's Chris. Still some pretty good winds in these palms.
All right. Okay. How in the world? Hmm. All right. So Reed needs to go west.
Ooh.
Wow. That's a lot of people watching right now. Hurricane Hurricane Nicole has made landfall, guys. Let's see. And let's look at the latest for the NAM. Come on, update. Come on. Wow, looks like the center of circulation is going to pass over upstate New York according to the NAM. Looks like the winds won't be as bad with this run. Or, yeah, looks like they won't be as bad actually. But actually, they're lingering a little bit more, so we could... Oh, no. Oh, looks like we'll have more preset. Let's see if we're going to get a lot of rain from this. Yeah, it kind of looks like there's going to be this... We're going to run into this wall of rain. It's pretty likely. Looks like Cleveland might get some flooding rains. See how it's going southeast and then suddenly it just curves back, so it looks like some of the precip could stall. I don't know if that's going to happen, but it could, it looks like. Wow, up to a foot of rain. That's because of all that upslope flow. Alright guys, let's just... This is where it happened.
Here we go!
I think rain needs to go west. Okay, let's look now at visible, the infrared basically, or the visible satellite. Yep. Guys, I'm going to be going to bed at 4 a.m. But until then, let's continue to stream Hurricane Nicole. Now it looks more impressive. Like, come on. Looks like it decided to do a last-second strengthening right before landfall. I'm looking at satellite imagery right now, and the center of Hurricane Nicole... So the center of Hurricane Nicole now is right over Vero Beach. Looks like the eye is coming right back in now. Yeah, looks like the worst of the winds have decided to go inland now. Let's look at latest.
And I'm in Vero Beach on North Hutchinson Island in the eye of Hurricane Nicole. Right in the center of the eye, right at the landfall point.
No wind.
It's dead calm.
So there's a little
It's dead
wind.
calm.
Yeah, they're
which is
clouds.
kind of cool. Also bits of sky through the clouds.
They're moving.
In the eye, Hurricane Nicole.
I wish you kind of would stop moving the camera.
Just a little after 3 a.m. and I'm in Vero Beach on North Hutchinson Island in the
After
eye
3 a.m.
of Hurricane Nicole. Right in the center of the eye, right at the landfall point. I can see it's dead calm. Almost dead calm. Check this out.
Almost that calm. It's more accurate.
You can see the moon up above. Check this out. You can see the moon up above, which is kind of cool. Also bits of sky through the clouds. I can see it's dead calm. Almost dead calm.
Almost that
Check
calm.
this out. Almost dead calm. Almost dead calm.
Yeah, it's more accurate. Almost that calm. Ooh, look at that. Paylandia Beach, Florida. Peak gust of 74. So hurricane force wind. Ooh, Jeff Petrowski. Bill Paxton. I miss you. That is hilarious. Ow. Yeah, that is fun. Of course, different place, but. Ugh. Come on. Where is Hurricane Ian now? That's the old Walmart. Wait, maybe I used to work to. Anyway, let's go to FLWX, see if anything else happened. Oh! Okay, I was... Any videos? Alright guys, I'm going to bed in like 15 minutes. Wow. That is... Wow. That was a really strong gust right here. That was a really strong gust. That was probably an 80 mile an hour gust at least. That was probably an 80 mile an hour gust right there. Right there. That was probably an 80 mile an hour gust there. A few seconds there. Wow.
It's just lit up like a Christmas tree.
Light rain and barely any wind. Wow. Yeah. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. But before I go, this is what a Hurricane Nicole looks like. Wow, the eye wall is about to impact.
Oh my God. That answered my question. Not sure if that was lightning or a transformer. Oh, okay. Whoa, that was a transformer. Oh my God. That answered my question.
Oh, yep. But see, the winds are very calm right now. Like, they're not that strong. Maybe, what, 10, 15 miles an hour? 20 tops?
Not sure if that was lightning or a transformer. Oh, okay. Whoa, that was a transformer. Oh my God. That answered my question.
That he's in Orlando, right? So it must be from those bands.
Not sure if that was.
You are about to enter the western eye wall. So I also chase storms. If you want to know, I'm also a storm chaser.
Lightning or transformer. Oh, okay.
I had a YouTube channel, but it got terminated because someone decided to watch something inappropriate on my computer without my permission apparently during a live stream. Basically, I left OBS running in the background, and I accidentally clicked the stream function, and yeah, my channel got terminated. 11 years of hard work, 1,000+ subscribers, and all of it just gone in an instant. You know, so I started a new YouTube channel because I'm not gonna give up on my, on my channel, on my, my fans. You know, I'm not gonna give up on Johnny. You know, he's my best friend. Hi, Johnny. I know you're probably still watching, and I want to thank you for everything you've done for me. Anyway, I'm going to Oswego. I'm going up here because to do a tour. Tomorrow, tomorrow on Veterans Day, we have an open house that I applied for, and it is actually going to be on campus. I'm going on campus. Here's the thing about Oswego. I applied there as a broadcast meteorology student. I am still waiting to see if I got accepted. But they said now it may not be until early next month because of the high volumes of applications. I actually used the common application. I didn't apply for free. But I did apply to Albany for free. I applied to Albany State University. So I see if I got accepted to Oswego, and the answer is no. It's just open house reminder. All it says is there's a reminder that you have registered for our open house at SUNY Oswego. The event will be held Friday, November 11th at 10 a.m. Please plan on arriving at least 10 minutes in advance so that you have adequate time to park and check in prior to the program. If you know, okay. Yeah, so no one actually let me know if I've been accepted or not. I applied several weeks ago. They let me know. They let me know that I was supposed to get a notification like weeks ago. They said, "Oh, you would receive it by next week." Turns out they were wrong. But long story short, Hurricane Nicole. Anyway, guys, so this is the 0Z run. I'm going to be leaving in 10 minutes to go to bed because I have to shower, get ready, bring myself to presentable setting, because I'm going to be traveling in a car with my stepfather, who's he's a bit of a hard ass, and I don't want to upset him, so I need to be as clean as possible to not piss him off. He basically always complains about my BO even though I'm really clean. So I got to be extra clean for him. Just don't want to deal with his bitching. And it's going to be 70 degrees on, wow, look at that, 71 on Saturday. So Saturday's going to be really warm. And it's going to be nice. Look at that. After the morning wind event from Hurricane Nicole, it's going to be nice. There, he's back. Yeah, okay. So Nicole right now it's inland now. The center of Nicole All right, so basically, oops. All right, return to sender. So I'm gonna do some Campi. I'm just gonna check on Campi Flegrei, just to make sure there's no major activity there. There was a earthquake that occurred in the Pacific that was registered. Oh, little quake there, very small, probably 0.2, 0.3, barely registered. No, that doesn't count. I'm not sure what that is. Nope. Probably some background activity. It's pretty calm right now, actually, Camp Flagré. So, looking at the satellite imagery right now, the radar, the right front quadrant is about to come into. The eye is now skirting up the coast. It's moving west northwest. The eye right now is the eye wall. What eastern eye wall is coming in right now? It's coming into Melbourne right now. The southwestern eye wall, the northeastern eye wall, is trying to come into Melbourne. But if it continues going northwest, Melbourne might just get strong southerly winds. Could be some good news for Melbourne. But Cape Canaveral is in the northern eye wall right now. There's actually some convection now. There's some pretty heavy convection on the southern eye wall. Looks like it almost tried to do it. It tried to do it, but you couldn't do it. Couldn't you? Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Good night, everyone.